Hi, y'all. So my last video, I talked about what is plasma. And today I want to talk about the basically number one question I get asked, both by kids, undergrads touring the university, adults at a conference, chit-chatting, idle chit-chatting with the military folks. Everybody asks me at some point, can plasma be weaponized? I wish. Not really. It's very hard. Plasma is a soup of charged species, and if you're not confining it in some way, you know, pluses are repelled from pluses, and if you just make a plasma here, it'll fly away. Unless one interesting idea in these directed energy weapons realm, lasers. You can take a laser, shoot it at the target, and at the surface of the target, laser begins to photons, the light particles, they keep hitting the target at high energy and they create plasma. And that plasma melts whatever the target is. So I guess that's a form of a plasma weapon, but it's more like laser. But laser, especially powerful lasers, they ionize the gas, like air, as they fly through it. So you can use that conductive channel to conduct an arc. But that's like crazy high voltage if you want to go more than a few feet. So that would be very difficult in a power supply for that. Can it be done? Yeah, sure. Power supply, though, will be kind of excessively expensive. Not really a weapon, but you could create plasma on a surface of like an aircraft to create what some people call plasma sheath. And this sheath can envelope the aircraft, bouncing radar signals off it, making aircraft virtually invisible to radar. Can that be done? Yes, and there's been many efforts to do that. But to the best of my knowledge, results are fairly limited, primarily because it's kind of difficult to produce plasma the size of an aircraft. The batteries for that you have to carry with you will be pretty freaking heavy. So maybe you can pulse this sheath just when the radar signal hits you. It's kind of doable, but kind of difficult. There is something called plasma shape charges that's been attempted, I think, with very limited success, where plasma is produced and then pushed with a magnetic field or electric field or electromagnetic field. Yeah, I don't know. Sounds very challenging to me. The little reading that I've done on the subject doesn't seem practical. And yet, entire Hollywood shows you whole thruster engines on spaceships and plasma weapons. And there's a little bonus video at the end of this video where we'll take a look at a computer game. Plasmas are all over sci-fi. The one really cool plasma, I totally suggest you Google it and search YouTube. Very cool. It's called ball lightning. So sometimes it's a very rare phenomenon, very poorly understood. I do have my little theory about it. So what is ball lightning? During a lightning storm, sometimes there is a formation of this ball of lightning, and it seems to travel against the wind all by itself. It's sometimes different colors. It's very weird and unpredictable. What I think it is? Plasma, just lightning. Lightning is plasma. So lightning started burning water, breaking water into hydrogen and oxygen, and then hydrogen and oxygen recombine, fueling the plasma. So you have this ball, because it always happens in the rain for some reason, and it likes to travel against the wind. So the wind is pushing droplets towards it. So it tries to eat more droplets and moves against the wind. That would be cool. That would be a cool research project. A number of people have attempted to recreate this in a lab with limited success. Could you weaponize something like this? That'd be cool. I see those, ball lightning plasma things in computer games all the time. So now that we got to this point, what made me make this video is right after I made the video of what is plasma, my wife sat down to play a game. So the game, I believe the game she's playing is Final Fantasy. You let me know in the comments below. I'm not game expert. I haven't touched computer games in a little while, maybe a few years, maybe a decade. I think the game is called Final Fantasy. And take a look. Count how many plasma weapons you see in this game. So, how many did you see? Let me know in the comments below. I'm super curious which of those weapons you think are plasma and which ones aren't. I think, I didn't video the intro to that particular monster, but the monster itself was like this thing made out of all sorts of plasma things, which is kind of cool. Like, I'm loving this Final Fantasy or whatever game she's playing, because literally it's all plasma weapons, a whole bunch of them, like a metal sword producing crazy plasma wings. It's really cool. Plasmas are loud, they're sparkly, they're full of color, and I think it would be really cool if we could make them into directed energy weapons, but unfortunately, turns out that's a bigger challenge than what it sounds. Anyway, please let me know what topics interest you in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer your questions, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.